This week's episode, is it this week or this month? I don't know. This episode is going to be over. Is that person a vendor or are they really a contractor?
Yep.
George, Joe, that's this week. All right, welcome back, everybody. That's George. This is Joe. This week is about, is that person a vendor or a contractor? We get asked that all the time because it can change the job they're doing. It could change what they're doing that day. It could change by multiple things.
Yeah.
But we set them up as a vendor.
Right, because the first time they came in, maybe they were just a visitor vendor, right?
Absolutely. So we're going to do a couple of them here. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
First one is I'm the fire extinguisher person. I want to walk around, check fire extinguishers. Those who don't know, I have a fire background, so that's pretty common. I'm like, yep. Where could they be? So I'm going to be a vendor. I'm going to go to the location, stamp the little card. I'm going to make sure they look good and all that. I'm kind of a vendor at that moment.
Right.
So
are you being accompanied by anybody?
No way, because I'm just walking around myself because you don't have time.
So what areas of the plant do you need to go to?
Well, I need to go where there's a fire extinguisher because you're paying me per extinguisher.
Okay, so
I'm trying to get all the yields I can.
Right, and in all my plants, don't I have MCCs or electrical rooms?
Yeah, probably.
Are you allowed to be in there by yourself?
I'm allowed to be in there if you give me the key to go in there.
Okay, so those are usually restricted access areas.
Well, not if I have a key.
Well,
I'm a vendor.
How do you have a key if you're just a vendor?
I don't know. That's a you issue.
Well, we typically don't give access to those people unless they're going to be doing some kind of contracted work in there.
Okay, so I'm a contractor now?
Potentially, yeah.
But what if I have to go like the compressor room?
Same thing. You're around a very highly hazardous process. That's very restricted access, so you shouldn't be in there unaccompanied.
Okay, so what do I do now? Do I have to be accompanied?
Well, you should be.
Okay.
It also depends on the scope of work, right? Are you just going around and looking at things and you're accompanied by somebody? Are you putting some hands on something? You might not be a vendor at that point. You might not be a visitor.
Well, I may have to drill holes in the wall to hang a fire extinguisher.
Then you're not a visitor vendor now. You're probably a contractor.
All right. Do I have to have any kind of training since I'm a contractor?
A lot more training.
Like, do I have to have ammonia awareness if I'm in ammonia
awareness? And then depending on which area of the plant you're going to as well, right? There's also GMPs. There's other things like for our food plants. And you can't just be going around anywhere by yourself if you're doing, your scope of work's a lot bigger.
Okay. Because I thought I was a vendor.
Well, that's may have been what you started out.
It cost me a lot more to have insurance to be a contractor.
So that's a little loophole, right? A lot of people don't quite realize is if
it takes a lot more time too if I got to do that.
Yeah, I have to have a certain level of insurance. I have to have certain training.
And now I got to figure out who I can send because I can't just send the regular person.
Right. Quite simply, from a plant standpoint, I have to do a lot more training for you to make sure that you're good to go before I cut you loose, because now you're not just a visitor vendor. Now you're a contractor.
It's a fire extinguisher. That's one of them. All right, so let's think of another one here. Let's talk about a rep. So I'm a rep, and I'm going to come service a piece of equipment in your plant. But all I'm really going to do is look at it today. Okay. Am I a vendor?
You're a vendor.
You decided, since I'm there, and you already paid me to be there, I ought to look at it, see what it looks like, and I think there's something wrong with it. What if I want to service it or touch it? Am I a vendor or contractor?
At that point, you're no longer a visitor vendor. At that point, you'd probably be considered a contractor.
What about for lockout tagout?
So again, do you need to lock that piece of equipment out?
Yeah, well, I'm not going to stick my arm in it and service it.
So am I putting my hands on the piece of equipment? I'm actually servicing.
Okay.
Actually, am I performing any kind of a training function where I'm actually showing somebody how to service this piece of equipment?
Well, probably because you guys ask me every time I'm here, can I show you the new ideas about it?
Then it's no longer just a visitor vendor, right? You're actually directing work. You're showing somebody how to do something. I might be actually putting my hands on something. So there's other training that needs to go into that.
So I'm not a vendor now.
You're not a visitor vendor.
Okay.
But you came in as one.
I did that morning because you told me you just wanted me to look at it.
So I just made you sign a visitor vendor form. If there was any kind of an awareness training, but it's usually fairly minimal for a contractor, right? It's usually a whole packet. And then there's usually some kind of proof of insurance, proof of training for my employees. So it goes a little bit more in depth.
Okay. I'm going to think here. I own a pesticide business because that's easier.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go check the little boxes or do some spraying. I may spray on the weekends to get rid of some of the bugs. I'm a vendor.
Not if you're performing work.
What if I have a backpack and I'm spraying chemical inside the plant?
Yeah, you're performing work, right? You're not just coming to get eyes on something. You're not accompanied by a member or a representative of the facility. Okay. Especially if you're going to be by yourself and performing work, you're a contractor.
What if I spray chemical outside? I'm not inside the plant.
It's still on the premises, right? If I'm on the property and, ABC company is paying me to be there, then I'm still on ABC property. I still have to have a contractor packet.
What if I want to walk around and just check my mouse traps?
Well, that's still in your scope of work, right? Because if I
Right.
find a rodent or some kind of a pest, I have to dispose of that pest properly.
Right.
So I'm still performing work. It's still within my scope of work because that's what you hired the pest control company to do.
Okay. So you're saying when I start adding the chemicals or the crazy stuff, then it could change.
Oh, of course. So if I brought a rep in to give me a quote and we talked about pest control and I'm maybe sourcing different quotes and all that good stuff, that's a visitor vendor.
Right.
But once I actually hire you and you come in and do some work for me, now you're a contractor.
But I'm by myself or am I with somebody now?
You should be a company, but if you're a contractor,
I don't have time for that. And you don't have time for that.
It depends on the contractor too. There are some that if they already know their scope of work, but for the most part, visitor vendor has to be a company the entire time.
Especially if I come there every month. Come on, man. I'm here every month. You know me.
Right. But if it's a visitor vendor, it doesn't matter. You have to be a company the entire time. Right. Contractors, it's a little bit
So
different.
if I'm going to be by myself, basically I've got to have the training for awareness. I have training because where I could be, I may have to wear high vis in certain parts of the plant. I'm outside because I'm around trucks, especially if I'm outside checking mouse traps.
Right.
I may be around wastewater, all these weird things you don't think about. Wherever the mice are, I'm gonna go look for them.
And then also GMPs, right? Are they going to be around any kind of production area? They have to follow some sort of GMPs or some sort of food safety protocols. And again, a vendor should not be out there by themselves, and they haven't received that training, haven't received that packet. They don't know all those nuances.
So we decided now, if my new company, let's just say we want to be first aid, whatever, eye wash, AED inspection company.
Okay.
We're going to service first aid kits all through the plant. I'm a vendor.
No.
Yes, I am.
Not if you're servicing.
Because all I'm doing is walking around and putting pills in a box or Band-Aids in a box.
Okay.
Am I not just a vendor?
So a visitor vendor in that case would be when you first came on site and we're maybe trying to pitch a quote, pitch a service, and then also, hey, how are things going? I'm just checking in on you. When I actually send a rep out to do work and they're actually servicing these first aid CPR kits or my AED kits, and now they could be alone in the facility in different areas of the facility, it's no longer visitor vendor now.
Now, for those on this episode, what you'll see some plants do is you will see them say, go to the safety office or the medical station or nurse's station, whatever. And a lot of them will be there. Well, now they're visitor vendor because they're servicing right there in that room. Somebody's with them, basically.
Yep. And
but we're not going to that secret closet in the back of maintenance shop next to welding with that one small kit sets by myself.
Yep.
You know, I'm
or an MCC or a roof or any of those weird places where it could be a highly hazardous process and we shouldn't have anybody there without that.
Makes sense.
Being accompanied by a member of the company. So.
Okay. So I've decided on my company that we're going to branch out. Okay. So branching out means that I'm going to do all this service work when I'm there as a visitor vendor, whatever you want to call it. What would make me during the day or during the weekend flip now into contractor mode? So give me like a couple things that, I mean, like you said, lockout, tagout. So once I start needing to lock and start locking something out, that should be a control that, you know what, it's Saturday, but you're really not a vendor. You just switched over.
Right. So you're no longer just in there having a meeting in a conference room. We actually went down to the floor to look at the piece of equipment, and now you might have to lock it out because you're actually going to work on it. I'm actually putting my hands in, somewhere I can get hurt, and that's changing the scope.
Well,
right?
what if I need to do a test run and I don't touch it and you do all the stuff for me?
You're starting to get in some murky waters there. So
am I directing your work? That I think exactly, the question, right?
So now I might not be getting my hands physically inside of it, but I'm directing work. So same thing with the training function. I'm actually directing some kind of work, and I'm saying that I'm the one that's actually doing this as a representative of my company. So now from your company standpoint, that's no longer a visitor vendor. Now that could potentially be a contractor.
Right, because basically what that person's doing at that moment is telling you how to do it a certain way to not get hurt.
Right.
So now you're talking about liability transfer also. It's no longer me just looking at it and say it's good or bad.
Yep.
I'm actually saying if you do this way, you don't get hurt. If you don't do it this way, you could get hurt.
Right.
You are directing work and you're changing that liability risk for that employee.
Right. And the whole reason they bring you in is because you might be the SME, right? You might be the subject matter expert. And so they're relying on your expertise and your knowledge to properly guide them. And in that case, you're no longer just a visitor vendor.
Absolutely. So that is our episode today. Real quick, difference between a vendor, difference between a contractor, and how they switch. Now, these are our opinions. Your company has policies, you have standards. These are things to look for when you go back to your business to make sure you're classifying that person in the right category, not Monday through Friday, but during the weird times like a Saturday, Sunday, or that 15 minutes, let me go service it real quick, and it just changed you and you didn't capture that.
Right. Because we never want anybody to get hurt or have an accident or anything along those lines. But in the off chance that something happens on that Saturday or Sunday, right? Does that person, are they a visitor vendor, or should they have been a contractor, right? And there's other things that potentially fall into that.
Thank you all for listening. Don't forget, we have everything. We have an Amazon store. We have a website with merchandise. You want to support the channel. When we went to our first kind of real big jobs, came safety, and we didn't have a lot of background on how to really do it tomorrow.
And there wasn't this platform available for us
so
either.
That's where it comes from. This idea is still about giving us some education tools to know how to look at it, so we can be like, and it's not maybe it answers all the questions, but it makes you go, I need to go ask about this because I'm not sure. That's the goal of all these. So thank you everyone for listening. Until next time.